right. All right. Welcome everyone to Mind Dive, where we dive into the minds of the youth and talk about the world we live in today. My name is Michelangelo Taylor. With me always is
Ty Guthrie,
and this is our first official shoot of the podcast so far. I'm excited. I don't know about you.
Yeah, a little nervous as always, but who isn't?
Well, yeah, it's our first podcast. I mean, there's a lot to be fucking nervous about.
Yeah, people calling us out online, etc.
Yeah.
Today we're just kind of going over how we got into it, shit like that. And first up is how we got the studio set up at my house when I recently moved next to Michael. And I mean
when did you move up?
I moved up.
Well, you were okay. So you were living down from me. I don't want to say the name.
That's fine.
You were living down from me
quite a ways.
For how long?
I mean, since I was a kid, since I was 8, roughly. Yeah. And then finally we bought a house closer to everyone. I don't have to drive an hour to see all my friends, which is nice.
Yeah.
And but at the new house we happened to have, I got a huge room at the new house. And how did that even come up? One day we were literally sitting in my room one day and we were like, yo, fuck it, let's go to Walmart and let's go get all this paint and shit.
Oh, this? No, dude, we were I think we were just all hanging out with buddies, and then we just were I don't know, afterwards we were just talking about because Ty and I have a big our drive for work and just our work ethic is really, really good. And I think one day we were just talking about oh yeah, dude, I want to do this, and I have my my own YouTube channel and my own Twitch channel, and I was grinding that for a little bit before I started work, because work just cut it off a lot.
That in school.
And I'm surprised, that in school, but I'm surprised we're here. But anyways, I was just talking to him about yeah, dude, you need to do this, and this. And I was just explaining it to him, and he was well, dude, I don't know. We just we just thought about a podcast, and we were just we had all these ideas, and it's just how it usually goes. When you first think of something and you have all these ideas and you're just spitting out because you're so driven to do it in the beginning, but what matters is this and how much longer we're gonna do it.
Yeah, and the consistency also was a huge thing, because at first the first day we were fuck it, let's go to Home Depot.
We did. We
literally 30 minutes we painted my whole room, set up all the shelves, and then that night we went to Walmart to get a fucking couch.
No, I know, that night. And that was the first big purchase was a couch, because we were gonna so originally this isn't the original studio. This is another shared office space that we use, which is awesome. I think it's great for these one-on-one talks, maybe one other person here, but we originally had it in his room. We were going to set, just literally, it wasn't even going to be a room. It was going to be a studio. And our first big purchase was a couch, and we were so stoked about it. And I don't know. I think it was the same, day or weekend of when we were hanging out, and we were just dude, let's fucking do it.
That's what it was. We painted one day, and then October 7th of 2021 is when we got, the final touches and the couch and everything in my house. I just pulled up the memory.
Yeah.
And we were extremely excited, first off, because we didn't think it'd turn out as good as it did. Shout out to everyone who helped on that.
Yeah.
But the couch really wrapped it up together with all the color schemes and all that, so that was nice.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think it was something that happens when people are trying to do something like this is they, I said, they have that honeymoon phase where they're holy shit, this can work, and let's do it. But to be honest, dude, it really could.
Yeah,
everyone's
absolutely.
Ideas really could do that. And it's just the matter of fact is okay, after you get the shit set up, or even if, go buy that stuff, go, okay, honestly, we're using this studio right now. We have no following. We have nothing behind our name. This is brand new idea. Literally, a brand new unfolded diaper, bro. Come on. This is brand new. And we literally, bought everything cheap. We have everything cheap. We have everything.
A lot of stuff we had too, the camera.
Yeah,
shout out
exactly.
To you. Mike supplied the camera.
Yeah.
And that was a big deal. And tripods. And we're not too much into the whole setup, which is kind of nice to see if it'll even lift up off the ground before we, go balls to the wall with all the equipment and stuff. Speaking of equipment, what exactly all did we buy for the whole setup, because I know we have the couch. We obviously bought paint and shit, obviously for the studio at my house.
And I think like before we get into that, I think we're still gonna use that if we have a big,
Absolutely.
if we have like more than two, if we have more than 2 guests on, because we could fit 2 on each side, but if we like roughly. But if we have more than 2 guests on, we will definitely use that setup, because that's still all there, and it's still, we bought all that stuff and it was for a studio.
Yeah,
and we'll still use it.
And plus, like, if we do it at my studio or house, whatever you guys want to call it, we have the couch, we have the recliner, we have all types of other chairs that we can just slide in for like a group setup if we'd like, which will probably happen in the future.
Yeah, but people. I think for everyone that's just for anyone that's trying to just kind of set something up like this, because this is exactly what we did, and it's not like we're rolling in dough. It's just like we're trying to make it work.
Exactly.
I think I had 2 lights already for my stream, so I just took those. They were just ring lights. I just took those, brought them over. I had a tripod. I had another one, which worked perfectly for one light. Other lights, literally, I'm not gonna lie, it's hanging on the wall.
Yeah, literally.
But it's working. I mean, we got shadows and stuff. This isn't like high production quality, but it works.
And for everyone watching, there's a ring light behind this camera and one behind Mike's camera, and there's one sitting right above us. Yeah. Just so you guys have a feel of what we're working with, and there's an LED light strip in the background, which you guys will probably see the green color of, which is kind of shining down a little bit.
If you guys want to see the pictures too, we're gonna have all this stuff on our website, and it's gonna be, you could see all the pictures that we have, like from the other studio to this studio to, the making of it, like what it looked like before and after. Because I know we have before and after pics of your room.
That'd be a crazy thing to post.
Oh yeah, because you're like, dude, when he moved here, it was like not even. He was like, yeah, let's do this. Just give me a little bit of time. We just got to move in like a little bit. I get to his house, first time seeing him, like, okay. And then we start talking about it there. This guy has boxes all over. The paint is just like scraping off. Like, it was like a fix up for sure. And I mean, we did it all in a night, and we made it look good, and for what we had.
And I think the funniest part of that was Mike comes over to my house and he's like, yeah, all these ideas, all this. And literally while we're planning all this out and trying to make this thing work, I literally have all of my shit boxed up against the walls. I literally had a bed and all these boxes in my room, and it actually helped me deal with all that too, and shove them all in the closet. They're not unpacked yet, for you guys wondering, because we don't do that shit.
But, yeah, no, but I mean, other than that, like, we didn't really. I mean, we bought a mic. Like, obviously, we're gonna invest. Like, if we're having a lot of fun with this and we want to like raise our production value a little bit, we'll definitely go buy like 2 new mics.
Stems,
one for
probably.
each. Yeah, we'll buy everything. But as of right now, we're just having fun. We just kind of threw this together, like, not last minute, but we just kind of threw it together pretty quickly, and I think it's not too bad for our first shoot.
No, not at all. And I remember the story when we were driving back from my house, and I was dropping you off here in my truck. And on the way there, we were so hyped about this small thought or idea of, like, where could this go? Because you never know where something's going to go until obviously you try it. So I remember driving you to your driveway. You walked in the driveway because my truck's loud. And we were literally just so hyped. We sat there for 15, 20 minutes just talking and talking. And that was really kind of what got me going. I went home and I was like, oh my God, like, we got to figure all this stuff out, all this.
Yeah.
And just time consuming, honestly. Just got to come up with a lot of stuff, a lot of ideas. Networking's a big thing on that as well. But other than that, you want to talk about what happened, like what the whole Mind Dive thing was about?
Yeah, I mean, shit, like, okay, well, Mind Dive came from literally just, like, what we were thinking, like, okay, like, what do we talk about? Because there's so many podcasts out there and stuff like that, and I think we kind of want to, like, turn this into, like, a community more than just a podcast. Like, Mind Dive as a whole could, turn into a community.
Exactly.
But this is just kind of like a starting point for us, and I think, this helps us get all of our thoughts down, like, into audio and video, and, like, we post it and everyone could see it. But other than that, I think it's, like,
I'd say beneficial for the youth, of course, or, like, kids, Absolutely. High schoolers, college students, everything, because we're going to have a lot of guests on the show who have done every job you can think of in the world. So just kind of getting their background and, what they thought when they started doing what they're doing, how they got into it, if the money's there, if it's not, if they do it for pure joy, or just how they kind of networked and got to where they're at in their life, which I think will be very beneficial to people of our age. Exactly.
No, absolutely, yeah. I mean, by the way, sorry if this episode like is gonna be completely like informational. It's gonna be that, and like it's just gonna be like straight informational, and it's just kind of like a stepping stone for us to show everyone like what we're about, and I think that's what we're doing right now.
It's gonna be like an intro video, nothing too crazy or cool.
Plus, we're not like pro like commentators or anything.
Exactly.
Like we don't do anything.
Maybe that'll make this a little better.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think like we already started like jotting down like some ideas and like a roadmap. That's like, we were working on the website, and we have a section on the website that's called roadmap, and it's for everyone to see. It's just literally our thoughts, and it's just like, of what it is and what it's going to be.
It's kind of like an agenda in a way.
Yeah.
So the viewers can follow and kind of like tune in if they don't, if they don't want to watch these 2 months because there's nothing they're into, then they want to hop on the next month or so because they see a guest that we're going to host and they're into their profession or whatever the possibility is. So.
No, yeah. And I think it's just like it helps them see, like, honestly, it makes it feel like more of a one-on-one thing. Like instead of like, this big, brand that's out there just like kind of saying like, oh yeah, this is what's going to happen. It's more of like us literally saying like, yo, like, this is the plan. Like, you guys got any ideas? Like, is this a good idea or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
my pen just broke.
But I don't know. I think it's just kind of like to help viewers just kind of see it.
Yeah.
They can give us feedback too. It's not even like...
Yeah, it's not like
we're head honchos.
It's not like we're telling you exactly how you should live your life and this is what we're doing. We're just kind of here to provide a quote-unquote a stepping stone for an information about everything out there. That way you can make that choice on your own and kind of do what you want with that information.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even know. There's so much to talk about too, and that's I think like one of the trickiest things to like this whole thing. Like we could go, like we could do the manual labor of it, like just set up everything and just make it look good and all that stuff and whatever. But like when it comes down to it, like some podcasts aren't supposed to be scripted, but like. It's still good to have like ideas,
a guideline.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was doing today, dude. Like I was like, "Fuck, I have like," because we were planning on shooting yesterday, right?
Yeah, that was the plan, but
no, yeah, and I was like, okay, so I, was like, yeah, cool, like we could just bitch for like an hour or so, and then I was just like, I actually have zero idea of what I'm gonna talk about, and I mean, yeah, like we could,
We could sit here and pull stuff out of our ass for 3 or 4 hours if we really wanted to, but it wouldn't be
which we're good at though.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're good at it, but I mean, it was good to have
kind of a guideline
like a good like guideline, and that's what you have on your notes, and that's what I have on my laptop. It's just kind of like, exactly what. Like it's not even like a script. It's just like showing like
ideas.
Yeah, hey, like you could talk about this if you want, but
exactly.
I mean, fuck. Let's see. Like
the Febreze thing went off.
Yeah. How many, like, we got a couple, like, hard set guests that are going to come on.
Yeah. In fact,
they're really, really cool, too.
Yeah. I'm really surprised a few of them agreed to even do it because I thought their lives were too high and mighty and they had all these things going on, but they were actually genuinely happy that I asked, so.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'm glad we can do that. We still got to go out to LA, too.
Yeah, for the...
Filming a podcast in LA with a professional golfer.
So, okay, so we'll probably talk about it more when they get here, but just for me, I have, how did they start? Like, where did they get their fucking start? Like, did they just, like...
The twins?
Yeah.
So I ran into them at my old house, and they used to live in LA, but they'd played golf since they were a kid. Like, that was their sport. Everyone has their sport when they grow up.
They used to live in LA, or they...
They used to live in LA. Okay. And then that's where they were growing up until they were older. And then they literally they played golf every single day. That was like their sport in high school, yada, yada, yada. And then they both played at William Jessup. And then that was kind of like why they moved up here. Parents moved up here, da-da-da. And then one stuck more to golf and one went more to the business side of like real estate.
Yeah, and you told me that one...
Everything.
So the twins, there's... You told me one is still the pro golfer, and then... Right? And
yeah, so he's playing in the tournament in LA. If he gets in, he's on a waiting list right now, but he's playing in the PGA qualifier tournament, actually.
Yeah, recently. You told me that, and that's sick. And PGA is like because I don't really follow golf that much. You do a little bit more than me, but PGA is like the
top tier.
The top tier.
It's like the MLB of golf.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you told me also that one of the twins is he races.
I don't know what he races. I mean, in their spare time, like they ride motorcycles. They do this. They do that. But one of them does I don't know the exact terminology for it. Go-karting, I guess you'd call it, but it's there's a certain name for it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but because go-karting's like
shift karting or something. Shifter carts.
Because dude, go-karting's like K1 speed.
Yeah, that's right? Okay, so it's like
or
that.
like you go to Sunsplash.
I'm talking, yeah, exactly. So it's not like it's like they have a track at Prairie City, and it's like just a flat track, and you race go-karts pretty much, but it's more real instead of K1 speed. But K1 speed's still fun.
Yeah,
in fact, we should go there just to fuck around.
Dude, I wanted to. Holy fuck! I wanted to. What was it? There was. I don't know why, dude, but I've just been feeling like going to Barnes and Noble.
Why? What? What?
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I don't know. I just think it's like
that'll be a solo mission for Mike.
No, listen, dude. Like, do you ever like? Oh, I don't know how to fucking explain it.
No,
you don't.
No, I have a lot of urges to do random shit and go to stores.
Like what?
Huh?
IKEA. We need to go to fucking IKEA. Okay, you're on.
I can get behind on IKEA.
Okay.
Only because it's fun to see like what your room could look like or what your
studio.
No,
that shit's sick.
Like like because you can't tell me like walking around there with a bunch of friends.
Sick. Yeah.
And just looking at like what the fuck could I waste my money on today?
I went with like one other person and it was still fun. Like we weren't like fucking around or anything. Like we were just like walking around and looking at the rooms, like the decals that they had.
It's kind of crazy how they set up everything too. I mean, all the stage and
because we're getting older, I think.
Yeah, I think we're getting more into furniture and shit because we're getting older.
Like god damn,
it's gonna be like those dads. Like, look at my lawn. It's like, oh damn.
Yeah, she's sturdy there.
Yeah, huh? Fuck. He just fucking goes up to the tie down strap, flicks it, and he's all like, "Yeah, it ain't going nowhere."
Dude, fuck. No, IKEA is a must.
Yeah, I think we should go there just for like.
There's no shot that the fucking. I'll look it up right now. There's no shot that the fucking what's it called? The food court's down.
Oh, I've. It's been so long since I've gone, dude. Honestly, if I need a desk, I'll just go to Staples and buy like a fucking desk.
Isn't IKEA expensive? I've actually never bought something.
I mean, like, they have bougie shit there, but I don't think you have to go bougie.
Do you?
Pull it up. What is it saying?
Is IKEA still serving food? Select stores have opened with new enhanced safety food handling procedures. Okay. In the IKEA Bistro and Restaurant, the Swedish food market will also be open for purchases. So I just have zero fucking clue. It doesn't really tell me.
I'm just saying if we drive all the way down there and the food court's closed, I'm going to be a little bit trapped.
Chicken tenders and fries, meatballs and mashed potatoes. That's all this one guy reviewed.
Does the kids' playpen still up or whatever?
I was never in that, bro.
Dude, I remember when I was a kid, I used to crawl around in their ball pit, and it was like 5 feet deep, so you could literally just suffocate down there.
My parents never fucking went there and took me.
Dude, I went 1 or 2 times with my parents, but...
Features low-cost self-service... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck these guys are doing. I'm not gonna lie. No, I want to go to IKEA, and I want to fucking... Dude, we were talking about this the other night. This is like completely random, but we were talking about this the other night, and I was like, I want to go to Japan. And you're like, fuck no. What's one place that you like want to go, like bad, or do you not have a place? Because some people don't. Before Japan, dude, I had zero fucking clue where I wanted to go.
I mean, like the thing is, like I want to go travel the world, but the thing is, I don't want to sit on a plane for 20 fucking hours to get to a fucking destination. Like sitting literally like this next to someone who's probably fucking sick or not spacious.
Dude, I don't mind it. I really don't. Like, I mean, I haven't like had a long flight ever before.
Ever?
Really?
Have you ever been to like Hawaii or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Hawaii, but that's like 5 hours.
It's like 6.
It's not that bad.
Okay, it's not bad, but like at the same time, like, dude, I can't sleep on planes.
Oh, dude, I knock out anywhere.
Dude, literally,
I knock out anywhere. So when I'm on the plane, I'll bring my Nintendo Switch, dude. I'll play some Nintendo Switch, whatever I got on there right now, and then I just fucking fall asleep to some music. And then I fall asleep and I wake up and I'm there.
The funniest story I have about that shit is 8th grade. You know how they do like the end of the year trip? We were supposed to fly, or we did fly to Washington D.C. and Boston, all that shit, right?
Did you go to New York too?
Yeah, New York,
okay,
all
I
that
went
shit.
to New York, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I have a great idea. I'm gonna stay up all fucking night. So when I get there at 8 a.m, I just cack out. Well, we get on the plane, and I cannot fall asleep to save my life at all. Turbulence, all this shit going on, cannot fall asleep. I finally get to sleep, and my foot's sticking out in the aisle because I had an aisle seat, and the girl, what are they called?
Pushing the cart.
Flight attendants rams my leg with the fucking cart. And I did not sleep for whatever that was, 4.5, 6 hours, whatever it is. And I was pissed.
Jordy, do you do like the connecting flight? Because
there was no connecting. We had a one way to Boston.
Oh, I didn't. I had to fucking stop in like Colorado. It's weird.
That's how it was when I went to Oklahoma. It was from San Francisco to Texas to Oklahoma. And the layover was like 30 minutes, and I almost missed my flight because we didn't leave on time. But scary. First time I flew alone too.
Dude, when we were coming back on that trip, I was like one of the only kids still awake. Like, and it was like, it was late. It was probably like 11. And we were coming back and we were landing, like we were getting on our connecting flight or something like that. I can't remember exactly what. But dude, we literally come in and we're fucking like swaying. And I like wake my buddy up. I'm like, dude, we're fucking gonna die. Like, this shit's actually real. Like,
trying to call your mom. You're like, Mom,
no,
I'm not gonna make it home.
No, I was flipping the fuck out. I was like, dude, we're actually gonna fucking die. Like, look at, do you not feel this shit? He's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I swear, look. And dude, soon enough, like we were, and it wasn't like he was turning or some shit. He wasn't. It was a full on, like he was coming in, and we would like see the sky. Like, if we were like this, we'd look over one side, see the sky, and look over the other side, and we'd see the fucking tops of buildings. But we landed fine. We were good.
Yeah, that's the scariest part. Like, the scariest part of a flight to me is the fucking landing. Once you get in the air, you're fucking set. Once you're landing,
I don't know, dude.
Dude, like, takeoff is cool. You're fucking sitting like this. All the kids are screaming. They're like, oh my God, we're on a plane. But no, the landing. I've had some rough landings, bro. They just smack the fucking tarmac.
Does turbulence scare you?
Doesn't scare me, but I do get uncomfortable because, you're driving your car down the road. You're going over bumps, right?
Yeah.
You have control. You can slow down.
Well, yeah.
You're in an airplane, some odd 1,000 feet up in the air, and you're hitting turbulence. You have to sit there and mind your damn business.
Dude, when we were going to Hawaii, my brother has like insane anxiety, like super bad.
G?
Yeah, and he fucking hates airplanes, and he was. I don't even, like, dude, he was, like, shaking because he was so scared. And he was like, dude, I'm fucking out. Like, I'm done. And we were, like, just taking off, like, out of the airport down here. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm fucking done. Like, no, there's no shot. And because so a little backstory. We went on a trip to LA with my cousin and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the ones you're going to Peru with?
Yeah. And, we flew, like, just my brother, my other cousin, like younger cousin my age, and I just flew, and we left from the Bay Area, and we flew out of San Jose, and then we went to, I think we met them in LA, and he was like tripping nuts, like the whole time on the plane ride, everything, like, dude, anxiety shot. And then we get there and we're staying at my cousin's husband's parents' house just because they lived in the area, and we were staying there. They have an earthquake, so this kid's just pissing himself, like having to deal with this earthquake. Just got off this fucking plane, like he's just tripping nuts. He wants to go home. So anyways, it's just like that. Like, that's what started like his fucking torture. And when he went to DC, that shit, like,
did he flew out there by himself with the school?
No, well, with the school, he went. Oh, well, this was okay. So when we went to LA, this was after.
Yeah.
Okay. So first was DC. That like made him fucking hate airplanes. He barely got on LA. And then after LA, he was like, "Nah, I'm done. It's either that or I go to the doctors to get something prescribed to me." And I just cack out, and I'm and I wake up, I'm there. So fast forward, we're going to Hawaii like a couple years back, like maybe like 3 or 4, and this was our first time like flying to Hawaii, whatever. So he starts like shitting again. He's just like, I'm done. And my mom's like, all right, I got the shit from the doctors, like, you know, because they went in like earlier because he knew he had
your son on something.
Yeah, dude, he wasn't gonna fly. Like, he actually was not gonna fly. He was like, I understand, like, we're going to Hawaii for this. It was like an anniversary or something. It's my grandparents' anniversary. He's like, I understand we're going for this, but I am not going. Like, I cannot fly.
Throws him in the suitcase.
Yeah, and so my mom pops this shit. I don't even know what the fuck it was, but dude, I'm sitting in the opposite aisle, same row. And I see, like, after he pops it, he, like, starts to chill out, and I notice he's not, like, shitting himself. He's, like, chilled out. And I look over at him, like, after a while. Dude is fucking high as shit. He's sitting there, like, he's a mouth breather at this point. He's like this, bro. He's sitting there like this. Mouth open. And the flight attendant comes over, and she's like, you know, hey, would you guys like some water? And he just goes like this. He goes,
So it's probably. So I just looked it up on a side note. I said, "What do they give you for anxiety when you're going on flights?" And it says Xanax.
Yeah, no, I think it was Xanax. No, I think it was.
Man's tripping.
So he wasn't like, he didn't go, like, fall asleep yet. So he was like still up, but he was fucked up. And you know how small he is. He's like a small dude. So it was like, it hit him quick. And no, dude, and he was trying to drink the water, and it was horrible. Like, he couldn't fucking do anything. He was talking so slow. It was horrible, dude. And my dad was like, yeah, you're not taking that shit again, dude. But I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I'd imagine. I remember you always hear these stories. It's like, on a side note, look at that. That's kind of funny.
That was funny.
Thank you. But on a side note, fucking, you hear all these stories, like, people, like, famous people, they're getting fucked up before they go on planes. Like,
what do you mean? Oh,
like getting, like, drunk, like, fucking drinking.
Like, I thought you meant like juice type shit.
No. Like, I've heard stories of people getting fucked up before planes, and, like, half the stories I hear, it's like, oh yeah, it's good, you just fucked up on a plane. All the other stories I hear, it's like, no, it's like I spent 3 hours in the porta shitter on the plane throwing up.
Oh.
And I don't know. I would never. I get too motion sickness when I like have drinks and someone drives me home.
Dude, it's so weird. I just don't have like any. Okay, well, the only like the extent of like what I've tested is like VR. I get zero like motion sickness. Zero. Like, I'm good. I could sit in that shit for 5 hours.
I know exactly why I do too. When you're a kid and you go somewhere with your parents, you lay down in the back of the car, right? Or if you're going along a road trip, you lay down in the back of the car. You're on your phone. Sick? I never did until I started driving. And then once I started driving myself, anytime I get in the backseat of a car, dude, I'm just fucking sick. Weird. And I think that's why, because, like, when you're a kid, like, you're not taught any different. Like, you just fucking sit in the back of the car and you shut up, right? And lay down, go on your phone, whatever. But then, like, once you start driving, I feel like it's different because, like, you're in control and, like, you drive your own way. And so when your parents drive again, it's like, what is going on? I mean, anyone for me, like, I can't just sit in the back of the car with anyone. I don't like not driving in general, and you know this.
No, I know that, because I'll be like, all right, dude, you've been driving for like 2 weeks straight. Like, if we're going to the gym, we usually carpool, and you're like,
hop in.
I think we got a lot of shit done for, you know, the first fucking podcast.
Definitely a good intro. Got a little sidetracked with stories, but
I mean,
content.
Yeah, that's what happens. But other than that, what we're working on right now, just to kind of wrap this up, is website. We're working on our socials, just posting on our socials. This will be up on our YouTube. Obviously, you're probably watching it from YouTube if anyone's watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, we might have a guest on the next one if we're lucky.
I think we can manage that.
If we're lucky. But other than that, you guys will see us fucking pretty soon.
Yeah.
I'm hyped about this shit. I'm excited to get this rolling. We're gonna have a lot of fun. This is just fucking fun, just sitting here and just talking.
Yeah, honestly, like, it was kind of relaxing.
Yeah.
A little therapy sesh.
Yeah, but then again, it is fucking 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I do need to come prepared with more drinks next time.
Yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I don't.
Oh, you're not going?
No, not tomorrow.
Not even later?
Possibly later, but not in the morning.
Yeah.
But
no, it makes sense.
Means I can go home and play video games.
Jerk off.
I ain't gonna be doing it.
All right, we're fucking gone.
All right.